we do function differently, especially when we are feelers, because it's very different from someone who is a little bit more in their what we call in the mental intelligence center, and so their capacity there might be really strong and great and analytical, and so we have that too, but we also have our bodies and our energy, and all of that is taking in information. So the first part of the map for an empath to achieve their goals is number one, and you're going to take this in and you might think, oh, this is so obvious, is to get grounded in the body. Now, knowing something and actually practicing strategic methods to be in the body, activating, down regulating, knowing how to direct our energy, knowing how to take things in and receive, knowing how to direct, where we want to go, knowing how to be in the all, like all of that requires us to stay grounded in the body. And that happens through the physical movement of the body. And there are directions. There's down, there's up, there's back, there's front, there's sides. So there's many different directions. And if we are not consciously choosing how we ground the body, because there's many strategies, and you're doing it, I'm sure you're doing it on your regular basis, whether you have some kind of dance movement practice, some kind of training practice, some kind of sports or athletic, you are grounding in the body. Now, when we ground in the body as an empath, how we can kind of heighten our ability is making conscious choices. So it's like we can feel all of these things, but sometimes we don't actually consciously choose where we want or put our energy. So it's like if we walk into a room with a lot of people, we are taking in everything. We are kind of like very aware of the room. We're taking in everybody's energy, everyone's emotions. And again, we might not mentally know that, and we might not mentally feel that. And we might even be charged by it, and it's great. But it's also good to be aware of it so that we know how to handle that energy, because sometimes it can be too much for the systems. So it's instead of being too much, we can actually take it in and receive and know, okay, if I'm so much, what I call, there's 3 different intelligence centers in the body. There's your mind, right? The mental intelligence center. There's your emotion and your heart. And then there's the physical body. And we can, in any given moment, start to see, okay, which part of what's dominant right now? Because if we're very much up here and we're in a room, it's like we're scanning everything through our mind. Or if we're very much in our emotions, we may be perceiving things through our own grief or through our own sadness or through our own joy or through our own kind of doubt and shame. Or if we're very much in the body, we can be very much like, woo, with everybody and feeling everybody. But if we don't have a sense of our own frame and our sense of our own vertical access, then by the end of the night, we can be depleted. So that's why it's important to, I'm saying this broad brush term of getting grounded in the body, but that's step number 1. And if you were to work with me, we'd start to work very specifically and strategically of all the different directions that the body can take, and learn, when it's, too high or too low or too much to the side, or, or in those different intelligence centers. There's many maps to the body.